Good evening. Around the world, economies are wobbling, currencies are volatile, and uncertainty is everywhere. Yet the United States stands out, remarkably stable amid the chaos. Why does America remain the go-to safe haven for global capital, even when its own economy isn't perfect? This is the American exception, a strange mix of trust, power, and global anxiety. Tonight, we'll break down the 6 key reasons why the US attracts the world's money, and how this shapes not just finance but migration and opportunity. Let's dive in and see why America's economic superpower is less about what it does right, and more about what everyone else fears is going wrong. Fear is a powerful force, especially the fear that your savings will vanish overnight. In many countries, inflation and instability erode trust in banks, governments, and currencies. People look for safety, and increasingly they turn to the United States. It's not just billionaires. Middle-class families and entrepreneurs worldwide convert their savings to dollars, buy US assets, or open dollar accounts. This isn't a vote for America, but a vote against chaos at home. The more unstable the world gets, the more capital flows to the US, the first pillar of the American exception. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. Central banks everywhere hoard it, and global trade runs on it. This gives America a huge advantage. It can borrow and spend far more than other countries without crashing its currency. The world's demand for dollars lets the US run deficits and export inflation, while investors keep buying its debt. Even when America's finances look shaky, the dollar's dominance keeps capital flowing in. It's like owning the only casino in town. The house always wins. As long as the dollar rules, America bends the rules of economic gravity. Enter the Federal Reserve. When it raises interest rates to fight inflation, US dollars become even more attractive. Investors worldwide sell their own currencies, buy dollars, and chase higher returns in America. This hot money strengthens the dollar, making imports cheaper for Americans but pricier for everyone else. Other countries face a tough choice: raise their own rates and risk recession, or watch money flee. A single Fed decision in Washington can shake economies across the globe. The Fed's power amplifies the American exception, drawing in capital from both the cautious and the opportunistic. America becomes the world's financial magnet. Where does all this money go? Much of it lands in US government bonds, treasuries. Treasuries are the world's ultimate safe asset, backed by the full faith of the US government. In a crisis, investors everywhere rush to buy them, even if the crisis starts in America. This deep global demand lets the US borrow vast sums at low cost. The trust in treasuries is the bedrock of American economic power. Even when America is the problem, it's also seen as the safest solution. As long as the world believes in treasuries, America can weather almost any storm. Put it all together, and the US enjoys a unique freedom. It can spend and borrow on a scale no other country can match. Global trust means America can run huge deficits, fund stimulus packages, and invest in growth, even when others would face crisis. When the US spends, it stabilizes its economy, which attracts even more capital. It's a self-reinforcing loop. Trust enables spending, spending creates stability, and stability earns more trust. Other nations can't replicate this magic money tree. America's fiscal power is rooted in global fear and the structure of the financial system. All this capital doesn't just sit idle, it's invested in US markets. The US is the world's safe deposit box, stock market, and innovation hub. Global investors, from pension funds to sovereign wealth, pour money into US stocks, bonds, and real estate. The more wealth that concentrates in America, the more liquid and attractive its markets become. This deepens the cycle. US assets grow more important, drawing in even more capital. The result? A huge share of global wealth is held in US dollars and assets. America's financial system becomes the beating heart of the world economy. The American exception isn't about being better, it's about structure, power, and psychology. Fear pushes money out of unstable countries. The US pulls it in with safety and opportunity. Money moves, but people often stay, hoping their home countries will recover. Sending capital abroad is both insurance and hope, a safety net for today, and a wish for a better tomorrow. The world's wealth votes with its feet, even as hearts remain at home. The American exception endures, shaped by global anxiety and the hope for stability. And so, the cycle continues. America's strength built on the world's search for safety.